Hi, welcome to Main Street Macro. I'm Neela Richardson. In this week's Main Street Macro, we discuss why wage growth is the bridge between a very tight labor market on the one hand and high inflation on the other. Here's reason number one: we've seen big wage gains in low cost cities. The ADP Research Institute just last week released a new study on the geography of wage gains. And what we found was a never before seen trend that the lowest paid workers, those at the bottom 5% of the wage distribution, saw the biggest gains since the pandemic. To put numbers on this, if you are making at the top 5%, your wages grew by about 7%. At the bottom, more than 10%. And the reason why those gains were so much higher for low pay workers is because of where they lived. In fact, the lower the cost of the city, the higher the wage gains we saw. And that meant companies had to do more to lure those workers back into the market. The second reason that we're seeing wages as the bridge is that the engine of inflation continues to rev on, and it's actually running on all cylinders. If you look at last week's consumer price index report, this is a measure of inflation, you'll see that inflation hit 9.1%. Not only that, we've seen inflation spread out across all kinds of places in the economy, both goods and services. And the drivers are shifting in inflation, going from those industries that were hard hit by the pandemic, like airlines and hotels, to other places that are much more pervasive and people spend their money on, like housing and medical care. The third reason, and this is the important one: wages aren't keeping up. Despite the tremendous wage growth we've seen for the lowest paid workers in our country over the past year, these wage gains only mean that when adjusted for inflation, they are down 3.6% from a year ago for the average worker. The bottom line for Main Street is that wage growth is not keeping up with price increases. Another thing we've learned over the course of the pandemic is that wage growth and inflation are experienced differently depending on where you are in this country. So, for more information of what wage growth looks like in your neck of the woods and in your city, please check out our new report at adpri.org on the geography of wages. Thanks for watching.